Hi viewers, how are you? Hope everyone is fine. Today we are going to explain the movie called Spy Kids 4. This movie is made with a very interesting story, so I say to watch the video till the end, otherwise you will miss a lot. So let's start today's video. At the beginning of this story we can see a girl named Marissa. She works for OSS, the most dangerous intelligence agency in the world. Now she is on a mission. She is on a mission to catch a man named Machete. Even though she's 9 months pregnant, she goes all out to catch Machete, and when they come face to face, Marissa fights Machete's goons while pregnant and beats them up. And then here comes her boss Danger and arrests them all. She then tells her boss that, "I don't want to do this job anymore, because I'm pregnant, and I want to spend time with my family." She then arrived at a hospital, where her husband Wilbur, and her 2 stepchildren, Rebecca Wilson and Cecil Wilson, were waiting. Then the story jumps forward to 1 year. Here they are all watching Wilbur's TV show. Actually Wilbur does a TV show, where he discovers real detectives. A little later, when Wilbur backs into the house and hugs Marissa, Rebecca angrily storms into the room, even though Marissa is their stepmother, but she loves them very much. But Rebecca always thought, there was only one mother, never two. So later Marissa comes to Rebecca's room and tries to talk to her, giving her a picture of her mother and saying, "I never want to take your mother's place, I want to be with you." And to make her happy, Marissa also gave her a locket. In this locket there was a crystal of red color, which is a very strange crystal. Rebecca was very happy after receiving this beautiful locket. A little later when Marissa turns back to Wilbur, they can see on TV that, according to the scientists, time is running a little faster than normal. Actually now the hour is ending in a few minutes. But no one notices them yet. Then a man called the Timekeeper comes on TV, and takes all responsibility for it, and says, "I will drop a terrible bomb on Earth, that will destroy the world," and he orders Machete to retrieve the red crystal, which is currently around Rebecca's neck. The next morning, Marissa is called by OSS, and told to come to the office, with the red crystal as soon as possible. But when she asks Rebecca for the necklace, Rebecca angrily hands her the empty box of the necklace. But Marissa does not check that the box is empty or not. He then tells his dog to watch over the children, goes to the office. But a little later, Machete comes with his men to steal the necklace. But then an alarm went off in the room, telling them to enter a secret room. But they didn't understand which room. But then Machete breaks through the door, and seeing it, the siblings enter the secret room at the last moment. Here they find a video of Marissa, where Marissa tells them, "I'm not an ordinary person, I'm a detective, so anyone can come to kill me at any time, and this dog is not an ordinary dog, it's a robot." Then whenever the dog takes them to a chair, it converts into a rocket and takes off. But Machete's gang also have something similar, so they start following them with them. But the terrible thing is, that after a while Cecil begins to vomit, so he moves the glass away, but takes this opportunity. A gang member tries to steal the necklace, but then Cecil throws his vomit at one of the thugs, causing him to lose control and injure himself, and after seeing this, Cecil repeatedly throws his vomit at them, and injuring them all. And when the dog breaks the news to Marissa, Marissa is shocked. She says hurry up with them to OSS headquarters, and when they arrive, Marissa's niece Carmen welcomes them. Carmen leads them into a special room, where her journey to becoming a spy begins, but none of the machines or toys they try to operate are working. On the other hand, Marissa comes to Machete's den to kill him, but she is easily caught, while she is hiding. But when they start fighting, Marissa starts killing them with her various weapons, and after seeing that, Machete quickly ran away. Meanwhile Rebecca and Cecil try to operate the machines in the room, dreaming of becoming detectives, but none of them work, so they decide to go and get the Timekeeper themselves. But when they get out, the guards try to catch them after seeing them, because the guards don't know them, but after many attempts, they can't catch them, so they enter a special room, with the help of dog power. This is really a special room. There is a computer here, that they can use to find out. The detectives here tried hard to find out the location of the Timekeeper, but they couldn't find it. But then they get shocked after seeing a message. They realize it's a code message, and when they decode it, they realize the location of the Timekeeper is given here. Actually the Timekeeper is under a shop called Big Time Watch. It's a watch shop, so they use their wits to come in front of the shop with magic. Then when Carmen calls Marissa, and tells all these things, Marissa is also shocked, so she asks Carmen where their location is, and after getting the location, she quickly came in front of the shop. Meanwhile when the kids enter the shop, they find a door. After going through it, they find a huge clock. After passing through it, they find a computer, where a documentary is playing. It is shown that some scientists experimented on a boy a long time ago, and trapped him in a machine, stuck his time. They could not free him again after many attempts, but after a long time, they were able to free him, with the help of a red crystal. By freeing the boy, they make a successful experiment, and then Rebecca realizes, the thieves don't want her, they want the necklace around her neck, but then Machete comes in. And after seeing them, the kids get a little braver, and then they start a terrible fight, but then the kids' machines start working, so they start fighting them too, because they're also very powerful now. Then when Wilbur finds out about these things, he goes out with his camera to record everything. On the other hand, the timekeeper and his men were about to kill everyone, so Marissa saw the situation was bad, and told the children to run away, but then Machete uses his magic to steal her necklace from Rebecca. However, after everyone leaves, Wilbur calls Marissa and gives her the good news, saying he got the timekeeper's address and recorded their fight. But Marissa freaks out after hearing this. But a little later, when Wilbur shows the video to his boss, he can see his wife and his children fighting here, and he is totally shocked because he doesn't understand anything. But his boss starts making fun of him, so Wilbur angrily spills coffee on the computer and rips the hard drive's tape, destroying it. So his boss fires him for this behavior. So poor Wilbur loses his job and walks out with everything. But then Marissa comes in front of him, but after seeing Marissa, he gets angry and says to her, "Why didn't you tell me you were a detective?" Marissa then tells him, "It's because I quit detective work the day I had the baby," but Wilbur doesn't believe her and walks away. Next we can see time passing very fast, no one can tell when it is night and when it is day. Then we can see a meeting at OZ headquarters. Here their boss tells them that the time freeze machine is on the 13th floor of our building. If the timekeeper gets it, then he can kill everyone in the world with it. Carmen's brother Junie then rejoins OZ years later, but when he is given the batch, Carmen takes it and throws it in the dustbin, because she is mad at him. He actually disappeared suddenly when he was young, but now Carmen finds out that, then went into hiding, so he could go on a mission for OZ. However, their boss gives them all the same task, to get the timekeeper together, and he himself comes to meet Rebecca and Cecil. Here he praises their intelligence, and says that, "You are qualified to be future detectives," but as he tries to leave, Rebecca notices that his wristwatch matches the timekeeper's watch, but after hearing this, he comes back and reveals his identity. In front of the kids, he says, "I am the timekeeper," then he locks the door and leaves. Meanwhile, Marissa, Carmen and Junie arrive in front of the watch store, but then the kids call Marissa and tell us that Danger is the timekeeper and he admits it to us. But Marissa doesn't want to believe it. She thinks the kids are making fun of her, so she cut the call and go into store. When they later encounter the timekeeper, they are shocked to see his face, as they can see that it is Danger, and also he has sent his men to the OZ headquarters so that they can retrieve the bomb. Danger then freezes them all with a chip implanted in a batch of detectives. But since Zuni's batch was discarded, he cannot be frozen, so he takes this opportunity to talk to Rebecca and Cecil, and tells them to go to the 13th floor and stop Danger's men, because if they get that bomb, it will destroy the whole world. After hearing this, the dog uses its power to break down the door, and the children are freed again. Junie then removes the chip from Marissa and Carmen's batch, and sets them free, while Rebecca and Cecil go to level 13, with all their weapons, and try to stop Danger's men, but then here comes Machete with his men, and leaves with the children and the bomb. On the other hand, when Wilbur was sitting watching TV, the dog came and informed him about the children, and told him that the children are in danger, hurry and save them. Then when the children are brought before Danger, the children ask him, "Why are you doing this? What is your purpose?" Then he said that, "My father was working behind this successful experiment, and that child was me. My father tried so hard to free me, but in his whole life he could not do it. But after a few days, some scientists discovered a red crystal, and freed him with it. But by then it was too late, his whole family had died, because he had been imprisoned there for a long time. So now he wants to use the machine's power, to go back in time, so he can reunite with his family." But then Cecil realizes that Danger tried to time travel before, but something bad happened to him repeatedly. In fact, Machete and his whole team are the result of that attempt. So Rebecca tries to convince him that, "You don't make the same mistakes over and over, you try to enjoy life, so that you don't have any regrets." But Danger won't listen, so he turns on the machine, and he goes into the machine, and now that he has the red crystal, he's able to time travel. But when he comes back a little later, he is very old. In fact, time travel has an effect on the human body, that's why he is old. Now Danger realizes that we can't change what happened in the past, we can only enjoy the life ahead, and correct the mistakes of the past, so he wants to enjoy his life. But after hearing this, Machete angrily attacks the children, but then Wilbur comes to save the children, and arrests Machete. But when Machete tries to run away, the little girl desperately grabs him, And Marissa is very happy to see that, because her daughter can also become a detective in the future, at which point, this whole movie ends here. Comment and let me know how you liked the video. If you like it, please like it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, because we will try to bring such videos. Till then, stay connected.